Just let me know when you want me to. Oh, 5 minutes. Good. night in the cold distance. The wildcat did found. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. All along the watchtower, 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 all along the watchtower.
Aloha. Good morning, everyone. If you could please find your seats now, and we're ready to go. Let's get started. We have a great morning ahead of us, and welcome to all of you here in the Lanai and all that are watching online. My name is Stephen Goss, and I'm the facilitator for today's Sunday service. So our esteemed speaker today is going to be Nancy Shipley Rubin. The title of her talk is Embracing the Fire, Empowering the Coming Year. So we have the great fortune to get her back for some more amazing clues on improving our consciousness. So get ready to give up a little of your egos. The fabulous music that we've been listening to for the last 15 minutes or so is by Joe Conte. And he's playing something he calls the stick. It's an unusual instrument. Maybe we can get him to give you a very short bio of the stick. But he's got more of his way out music coming. Also, Nancy's husband, Errol, is here with us today. And I look at it as they're kind of a spiritual tag team. So I will be introducing Nancy a little later in the program. I'm wondering, or maybe there are some of you who are here today for the very first time, or you haven't really been here in a really long time. If you could raise your hands, because we just love to give you a New Thought welcome. And if you could just let us know who you are, why you're here.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm Reagan's sister, Reagan and Jan's sister, and this is my husband Robert and my son Graham, and we're back for a visit. Hey, everybody.
Thank you. And there was one more over here? No? No other hands. All right.
I haven't been here for a long time, Stephen told me to say. I have come every other year maybe for the last 20, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm from Fort Collins along with a whole bunch of other people that are here. Kiri. Colorado. Kiri is my name. Yes.
Great, Kiri. That's great. Well, to get started on our journey today, this morning, Errol is going to come up and read the Science of Mind magazine lesson for today. I left it with you. Who's got it? Who's got the book? Did anybody? This is different. Yeah, it was on the 15th. That's the 16th, right? Okay, there we go.
Okay, and this is the part, right?
Yes.
You've always had the power, my dear. You've always had to learn it for yourself. You've had a great deal about learning the healing of Christ, who can come to you with a power. Do you realize that this energy is already here? This is the incarnation in every individual. God imparted itself in every soul. If you open the door wide enough, your consciousness will welcome this greatness. It will enter. Wow. I think that's it. Want me to continue? Yeah, we'd like to see that. All right. We all probably are familiar with adventure along the yellow brick road. Today, I want to invite you to embody a different yellow brick road, being conscious, being centered, being grounded. What does this road mean for you to be? Who and what are you being at this given moment? Woo, woo, woo. Are you choosing your path or allowing your environment to choose it for you? Do you recognize yourself, the very image and likeness of the inner source and the universe?
Talk directly into the.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, we get feedback if you're too far from the mic.
All right.
It goes for the
So you keep going, huh?
Keep going.
All right.
Just keep going.
Don't stop now.
Do you recognize this energy? When you are centered, what does your life look like? What are you able to do? What kind of things knock you off your center? Do you sit on with life the questions that seem to be unanswerable? Or do you avoid them because you are uncomfortable? When a medical doctor enters the operating room, do they recognize you? Do you wonder if they are good enough? We certainly hope that they're great. Do you question their beauty, their power, their wonder? Imagine that the doctor and the health person would be outstanding. We often give up our own life force, but we don't want to do that. We don't want to limit our creative possibilities. Let that energy flow. Embrace your life, your power, and all the opportunities that you have. And then just the affirmation. I embrace, embody, and express the power that has me and that I have had all along. I use that power to heal and to manifest a world that works for all. So be it.
And if you don't mind doing it again, but break it up so we can say it with you.
One line at a
Okay,
time,
back to you.
remember.
The affirmation, yeah. I embrace, embody, and express the power that has me and that I have had all along. I use that power to heal and to manifest a world that works for all. Heal and to manifest a world that works for all. So be it. Woohoo! All right.
Great job. I kind of sprung that on him at the last moment. So- Following that, I'd like to just read something. Just a paragraph taken out of the Course in Miracles workbook on forgiveness. It goes like, God does not forgive because he has never condemned. And there must be condemnation before forgiveness is necessary. Forgiveness is the great need of this world, but that is because it is a world of illusions. Those who forgive are thus releasing themselves from illusions, while those who withhold forgiveness are binding themselves to them. As you condemn only yourself, so do you forgive only yourself. I just, that seemed really meaningful to me. I was thinking about it and I'm going, yeah, we're all created with egos that make us think we are separate. Because how else could we pretend that we're not one with everything? We couldn't play the game. It's part of the divine play we're in. So enjoy it. Now look around and see all those other smiling egos looking around. Joe, I think we're ready for another treat of music. And if you feel moved, you could say something brief about your stick.
This is my stick.
It's also your shtick.
This is my stick. So, aloha, everyone. I'm joeconti.com, and this is my dog, Enzo, and he's a good boy.
Does he need a mic?
No, but he is learning to play piano. And the Chapman Stick Touchboard is the full name, but I call it the stick because it's already complicated 2x4. They have them down at Home Depot in the back. You got to know a guy. But Emmett Chapman invented it. I didn't invent it, but I modified it. And he was a jazz guitar player in Los Angeles. He played with Barney Kessel, who played with Oscar Peterson and all the top jazz guys. Anyway, Chapman was at home practicing his guitar one night, and he, by himself, electric guitar, and he got a whim or an idea, and he tilted the neck up and started tapping on the strings with both hands, and he realized that his strings were horizontal and that the strings were vertical and his fingers were horizontal, and he thought, well, that's interesting. I can still kind of play the chords that I normally play this way. What if I added a bass string? What if I had two bass strings? So he experimented for a couple of years. In 1975, he came out with a 10-stringed instrument, and I had a couple of those. And then some point, he decided 10 strings is just not complicated enough. So we need more strings. So some of the ones I have are 5 bass and 7 guitar, and this one is 6 and 6. And I've got the guitar strings hooked up to a synthesizer. So either hand can play chords or single notes like a piano. And I found out early on that I could drink beer with either hand. It worked out really good. And that's about all I have to say about the stick for now. But I was thinking about the reading that was given and for all the smiling egos out there. And this song is for you, especially if you have a mirror. bring. Such joy and happiness you bring to me. Like a dream, a guiding light that shines through the night. The heavens give to me. You are so beautiful and so to me. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I hope for. You're everything that I need. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful to That's for when you look in the mirror. That includes you, Enzo.
Thanks, Joe. That was rather beautiful and amazing. For all those smiling egos, and especially Joe, I have a couple of small one-liners concerning music. The first one goes like, how do you fix a broken brass instrument?
Close the case.
With a tube of glue. But wait, there's more. Middle C, E flat, and G walk into a bar. The bartender says, sorry, we don't serve minors. Okay. This is classical. Why didn't Handel go shopping? He's a classical composer. Why didn't he go shopping? Because he was Baroque. And why couldn't the classical quartet, stringed instrument quartet, find their conductor? Because he was Haydn. It's supposed to be like Haydn. Okay. Sorry about that. But just wanted to try to keep the tempo up. All right. I thought somebody flushed the toilet or something.
It's done over there.
How do you make a bandstand? You take away their chairs. How many concert masters does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but it takes 4 movements. All right, I left that. I hope I'm done with jokes, but I hope that left you with a good note. All right. So if this lightened up our minds a bit, that's really good, because that's like letting the light in. Now we're going to practice more feeling calm and collected. Some of us call it meditation, contemplation, or prayer. We can take our pick. Are they the same? Actually, the dictionary definitions compare meditation as to taking more effort than contemplation. Its explanation says in meditation, you're using the mind to go within and focus until you get to contemplation, which at that point is just experiencing the peace of who we really are in the present moment without any effort or trying to do anything. You're just there in the present. So I thought maybe we could pick a period of contemplation today. So if you would all please comfortably sit up straight, feel grounded, maybe grounded one way or the other with your legs crossed or feet on the floor. Just take a deep breath in and relax and let it out. One more relaxing deep breath. And another exhale. Feeling, not thinking, is the key here. Try to feel what it would be like if you had absolutely no problems, worries, doubts, concerns that would cause you any stress or tensions. How would it feel to know for absolute certain that you are safe right now without doing anything? No effort on your part is required. How would it feel if you were certain there's a personal guide to help you through all your future events, that all you have to do is show up without any concern about possibly gaining or losing, knowing that you are perfectly, completely loving and loved, just as you are right now. So if we could contemplate that feeling for just a moment in silence. Now, what is New Thought all about? New Thought is a sanctuary of peace and aloha. We come here to connect with other people on the path of peace. We accept all the different paths that lead to peace and happiness. New Thought started out based on religious science and science of mind spiritual principles. And we still follow those principles because it turns out that really all the spiritual paths share the same inherent principles. We're all one. Change your thinking, change your mind. New Thought is a place where we accept each other as we are now. And we know that we all are a work in progress, smiling egos and all. Once again, at the center here, we learn to forgive ourselves for having an ego. Once again, forgiveness starts within, and we can't give it if we don't have it for ourselves to begin with. So it's time to lighten up again. One more joke. For all us retirees and older people, which I'm actually one of the oldest. How many retirees does it take to change a light bulb? Well, actually, it's just one, but it could take all day. All right. Thank you. Would you please help me out and play another song?
I had an idea what I wanted to play, and I forgot what it was, so. Request lines are open. Well, let's see. This one is always popular at New Thought. Let's see here. Industrial. song by John Lennon, Mahalo.
Mahalo Joe. He was playing, I'm looking out, and everybody's rocking out in their chairs, singing. So it was good. So now we're going to ask Nancy for a question. And if her mic is on, she can give it to you.
I'm on. All right. Well, there you go. So our focus today is heart and love. And so I just want to ask you, what do you value? What do you love? So where is it going?
Okay. For time's sake, so we give Nancy enough time to speak, try to keep it like down to a sentence and not a paragraph or three.
What do you love? What do you value?
What do you love? Pass it down that way. Say your name first.
I'm Terry, and I'll have to think about this.
Rosalia, community.
I am Alicia, and I'm still thinking about it.
I'm Jeanette. Nature, friends, dance, lots more.
I'm Leah. The opportunity to live a human life and expand.
I'm Jean. I love love.
Shayna here. Connection, human and otherwise.
Relationship. Kiri.
Pasha, morning.
I'm Jatayu, the griffin condor, Himalayan griffin condor. Jatayu, the Himalayan griffin condor. Universal consciousness.
This is Errol again, and for me it's beauty and love.
Erin, I'm going to say for present moment, jokes. Stephen's humor.
Shelba, music, peace, and quiet.
Margie, life.
Pomekai, being here now.
Linda, I love love in all forms and ways.
Patty, life.
Nance, imperfection.
I'm Faith, and I like cats and dance.
Jamie, the present moment.
Randy, purpose.
I'm Jim, and I love, very simply, myself.
Stephen, the moment.
Graham, the path of justice.
Robert, the here and now, family, friends, connection.
Claire, dark sky full of stars, music, and kindness and quiet.
Good morning, my name is Reagan. I love the energy.
I'm Jan, and I love peace and quiet.
I'm Lloyd. I like fulfilling wonderful relationships.
I'm Anna. I love the light within us all that we share every moment, and the light within the trees and the earth as well.
Good morning, I'm Don. I'd say the miracle of New Thought itself. I mean, look at this funky little lanai, and, you know, a bunch of ex-hippies and this, that, and the other thing, and here we all are together on Sundays. We have some incredible people come and do presentations for us. One of the ones we just had, I remember she mentioned she put out a piece on the internet and had 5 million responses. This is Kealakekua. Look around you. And we've got this quality of people who are coming to share with us. Thank you. Aloha.
I'm Candy. I love life.
I love loving when I feel it, and I love relationships, especially I love my grandkids.
Yeah, you betcha.
Thanks. So I'm Stephen. I love feeling the presence. And are you going to share with us what you love?
Why not? I love essence, and I love sharing essence. And that's why I'm here.
Thank you all for that sharing. It's really beautiful, and we'll settle down with the feedback in just a second. So now it's we take the time for to share our ordinaries and miracles. In this part of this service, we get to share any spiritual, meaningful events that happened in the last week or two. And most miracles are unexpected, and they're ordinary because they happen in the midst of our daily lives. So if anybody has something great they would like to, well, it doesn't have to even be great. It can be very ordinary. You take the share, like step right up. Looks like Joe's going to go first.
We didn't know it was possible. My daughter has 3 daughters, but she just gave birth to her first son. And then my son has 2 boys. He just gave birth to his 3rd son. So I need some name tags really quick. But I love those grandkids, even though I don't know what's your name again. You know. So they were about 10 days apart, so that was cool.
Anybody else like to share? Did I see it? I'll give you the mic. Well, come on up. I guess that's traditional.
Likeable here.
Likeable.
Good morning. Aloha, everyone. I am so happy to be here now. Some of you know, some of you don't. I went through some incredible, challenging times very recently, and I'm still on the recovery side of that. But I really just wanted to put forth how grateful I am for all of your prayers and wonderful thoughts and helping me heal and get through all of that. It was quite interesting, a little more traumatic than the doctor thought. And I'm really grateful to be here right now. And yesterday I was saying a prayer of, is this finally over, God? Give me a sign. And I lost this ring about 6 months ago. I've been looking everywhere for it. I finally gave up. And right after I made that request, I picked something up from the floor, and there it was, laying on my floor in my bedroom. So, little miracle, little sign, and thank you all so much from the bottom and top and in between of my heart. I love you.
Any more? Let's keep it short as you can.
Short.
My name's Leah, and similarly to Pamakai, I've had some health bumps in the road, starting with a knee replacement in December 9th, healing from that, and then I got an ear infection, and the infection went through my whole body, and the incision got infected, and there was another bump, and then I was thinking I was getting on my way, and then I got COVID, so I was down for almost 2 weeks. So through this process, I'm trying to be short, what I've learned, because I take the opportunity always to, no matter what the experience is, what have I learned? What is the opportunity? What is the message from this experience? And I keep getting the message, slow down. So what I'm really realizing, especially as a Taurus, I've always been do, go, do, finish that, do that, I want that. I can fit 5, 6, 8, 12 things in one day. Well, guess what? It's not necessary at all, especially as we age. Taking time to be still, to appreciate, to sleep, to go to dream time, to ask for the guidance, whatever that is. And what I've really learned from this is we are not in a hurry. We all have eternity.
Thanks, Leah. You guys have been through a lot lately. This getting old isn't for sissies, is it? So right now it seems like there's a lot of drama going on in the world, and especially on our own national political stage. And New Thought, we don't really approve of political jokes. But recently, so many of them have been elected that I thought that I would say something. And it's like, politicians are like diapers because they need to be changed frequently for the same reasons. Right? Now I'm really done. It's time to introduce Nancy. The title of her talk is Embracing the Fire, Empowering the Coming Year. She's going to speak to us on how to hold the uncertainties in our lives today in an empowering way for ourselves and the world. She's a gifted psychic and counselor. Nancy provides clear, direct guidance and teaching. She has a very long list of speaking credentials, but we're going to give her enough time to speak. So please welcome Nancy Shipley Rubin.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, here we are. We made it. There is a vital life force that lives in you, and you are responsible for it. And I think it might take us a lifetime to figure that one out sometimes, because we change. And we got it all done and all handled, and then something else happens, and something else happens. And then you put on top of that this incredible burning desire to wake up. And I don't have to tell you, it's not all pretty out there. So when you wake up, you have to deal with what's here. And when we come to understand what that means, my vital life force has to be aligned with something greater than the instability of my environment. And this is where we have blown it a lot, if you ask my opinion, because we keep trying to stabilize in an environment rather than to bring stability to the environment. You with me? Okay. So here's what we have been conditioned to do. Things get difficult, things get hard, we close down. The sun comes out, somebody gave me a cookie, and I open back up again. And then it gets rough again, and I close down. So what happens in an energetic closed field? Now you need to memorize this stuff. A closed field does not receive. And a closed field doesn't change its mind. So we have to come and recognize that when I'm closing my energy field for protection, and I'm not making this wrong in any way whatsoever, I'm just saying you have to accept the limitation of what happens when you close down. There are certain people that have been hurt to such a degree that they cannot open because they can't trust their own vital life force. Somewhere, some way, they got violated to such a degree that they don't believe they have any access to it anymore. Now that's sad. So, closed field, what do we know? Does not receive. I'm told you, you're going to have to memorize this. Does not receive. It does not change. You've talked to people who've already made up their mind, right? You're not going to convince them different until something shifts. This level of shifting I call open. When I open, I have access to my vital life force again, which is intelligent beyond anything that I can remember. The level of intelligence that lives within us is so far beyond conceptual realms, so far beyond my conditioning, so far beyond my boxes, that all I can do is call it the great mystery. Drink from it. Drink from the well. Yeah? It's like we have these amazing resources. Why are we not at the total call of this? Because we're closed. I have to keep it this simple. I get very complicated sometimes, but it's like, and so we have to keep coming back to every time I enter into a situation, am I open or am I closed? If I am closed, I might be because I believe, in my opinion, and I know I'm right, and by God, it's just going to be a matter of you will get it, you know? So that the dynamic of this closed nature, when we started exploring it, we just went around kind of checking it out. How much are you open? How much are you closed? You know, you always start with yourself when you do an opinion poll. I was about 70% closed. It's embarrassing. We're doing this work for a long time, right? But it was the sense that I'd already made up my mind how everything was. I already felt this sense that I had to protect myself from the universe. There was a very strong me and a very strong them. The them out there do all that stuff. The me over here has to protect myself from the them. Most of what we get now is media fed. All our thems are mostly media fed. I mean, I have to tell you that there's a fair amount of things that I understand happen in the world that I don't have a personal relationship to it. I live in kindness. I come greeting someone because I'm happy to see them. My flight attendant yesterday was wishing me happy Valentine's Day, and we had this wonderful burst of love. Made both our days. That's open. The power of open has to be real. It has to be grounded. It can't be something that lives on a bunch of principles out in the sky somewhere that's not in your body. The power of open has to be right here. That's where grounded presence. We're so fortunate right now because we have language to talk about these states. Some of you are old enough to realize that you didn't have that language before. Shakti Gawain, when she first came in with her work, introduced the idea of intuition. When people started coming around, the sense that I sort of had to accept that I had psychic energetic lines, because you know things, you have no reason to explain how you know them. Got me in trouble sometimes. I'm sitting with my girlfriend, my teenage man, we're cool, we're just hanging out, and she started talking about her boyfriend, and I start talking about her boyfriend, and I start talking about him in ways that she's like, and how did you know that? Right? How do I know that? Because of this universal power of knowing that we can access, and some of us come a little bit more available than others, and I had to learn how to live with this power of knowing. And I'm asking all of you to come with deep respect and love and clarity to that knower that lives inside of you. And that knower that lives inside of you doesn't deal with open and closed. You're the one that decides if you're going to listen to that part of yourself or not. It does not close. The power of knower in you is universal life force. It doesn't have a door on that level. But you do. So you can decide whether it's real, if it's right. Do you want to trust it? Is it going to be okay? This is called evolution, right? So let's circle it around, okay? We came in and said, let's get really simple here. That if I want to be here understanding my vital life force and have access to this in a very clear, specific way for this year, I have to be open to it. That means I'm not afraid of the unknown. I don't go projecting all the bad stuff that I think could happen into something that's called my future. We're lucky that we're not very powerful, because if our projections came true all the time, oh, mamma mia, would we be in trouble. Usually we get about 10%, you know what I mean? So here we are, we're coming and we're saying, okay, so open says I'm connected to my vital life force, I am energetically here. That means what I think, what I feel, who I am, are a gift to the world around me. That within this, it isn't all la la sweet. Maybe I have some really difficult issues that I have to deal with. Things that would have maybe caused me to get scared or close down or want to run away. And it's okay. I don't have a sense of how we're supposed to be here. But all I ask is that if you know you're closed, spend a little time figuring out why. And figure out, second, how can you get back to your vital life force again? Because that's what is essential in these times to come. What is going to create our future? Our old conditioning? Our newspapers? Or is it going to come from a new paradigm? Most every one of you came here with a deep understanding of this new paradigm. You've lived by it. As our friend back there said, we're just old hippies kind of things, right? Which means that we were singing freedom songs. We were standing up and saying, food counts, and we must have good, vital food and water. The foundation of the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Acts came out all of this. Because so that we came and we knew, we just didn't know quite what to do with it. What they said, you move from hippie to yuppie. I mean, we went and figured out, and we was like, if you're going to live here, you better make some money. Okay, let's get to it. Let's figure out how to use our gifts in a way that are going to be skillful. So I meet all of you, you're very, very well placed. mostly you're here for wisdom. And you're here to recognize that we are standing at a very pivotal point. Everyone's talking about it. That we are embracing something that is the unknown, and it needs to stay that way for a little while. Because when I ask myself, it's like, how come you can't tell me what's going to happen? Why can't you, I'm a control woman. I like to know where I'm going, right? What? It's like, Nancy, you would just muck it up. Well, why would I muck it up? Because I'll project all my old stuff on it. I'll try to make it something that it used to be or something it was, rather than a very clean slate of something. So that we say, okay, well, so what do we got so far? We understand we have to be open in order to receive. If we're in a closed field, we need to take care of ourselves and find out why. We make an agreement as we live through our life. You'll bump into these hard walls that you built at one time in your life because they were very necessary. And you're going, I built that thing right in the middle of my living room. Why did I build that huge, giant wall towards everybody that I love? We're not safe behind them anymore. The barriers and protections that we created at one point are crumbling down, and people are getting nervous about it. They want their walls back. Nature. So we're circling around. We know we have to be open to our own vital life force. We have to know the knower within us. You are here to develop your wisdom. You're here to utilize your intuition and the strength of your vision, because it's going to come through you. You are the vision keepers. You know that. Just got to get happy about it. It is not some giant weight of responsibility. We did that one already. This one is more that there is a certain level of getting stable as everything is falling away. I call it dissolution. We're coming to Fire Horse, okay? This is our Chinese New Year. We're stepping into it. You can feel it. It's moving. Right? It was like the first thing that I had to come to, and looking at the sense of, okay, I'm embracing a new time, embracing a speeding up space. And what does fire do? Fire relationship usually is connected to the will in most Western thoughts. And so that out of that means that I need to move with clear intention. So that here I am. I thought, okay, fire horse, what's my relationship to horses? Well, when I was a kid, I was like, this probably was like 7, 8 years old. I was, we had horses, and we'd get on them, and we'd go along, and I think I spent most of my time just trying to stay on that horse. I mean, you got to really get those legs going. We didn't have saddles. You hold on like this. Okay, go, And it was like, and especially this one horse, it just loved getting rid of me. So it would run as fast as it could go, and it would stop, and I'd go, shoo! The other horse decided that I was the joy bunny, and it could do whatever it wanted. And so we were riding along, and there was green grass. It's like trying to manage a dog. I was like, and so in here I am, like, and everywhere I went, this horse was pulling me all the time towards the grass. So my cousin, she said, Nancy, you got to charge your horse. I'm in charge, so that horse wasn't too keen on it, but boy, we did make it at least past the green grass. I give this you analogy because these are the kind of tools you guys got to use. Are you going to be run by the element of your conditioned desires, or are you going to be in charge of where you're going? Where do you want to go? If we're in a time that we recognize as precious, you have to be here a certain amount of time before you realize how precious it is to be here, right? And it's like, and we're really here in that sense of preciousness and that willingness to really be honoring the sense that this moment's all we got. And in the power of fire, things extinguish quickly. So when we're recognizing that I don't want to protect any part of my nature that is stopping me from receiving. I don't want to protect any part of my nature that's stopping me from receiving. It is really one of those pieces that you've got to come back to and get really sincere about it. But that doesn't mean I just go, okay, give it to me. It means that I learn why I closed down in the first place. If I grew up around a cruel and abusive person in my life, and I closed down because that was the only way to survive, more than likely on some level I'm going to become like that, because that's what we do sometimes, is we come like that level of aggression. The first thing I have to do when I'm open is I have to be able to recognize, what did I become because of that influence? And I have to take responsibility to learn how to be loving and softer and warmer to a part of my nature that I feel may have tried to destroy me at one point. Then I have to be able to recognize that I must apply discernment. This is my wisdom mind. This is that deep part inside that tells me what is right to do at any given moment. I have to be able to connect to this, sense a clear message that allows me to give to the universe a healthy no towards anything that I do not want to receive. No, I don't want to be abused. I don't want to be in situations that compromise my integrity. I have to have a healthy no before you trust a healthy yes. If we go back to our time in the 60s, man, we didn't care about discernment. Let me have it, brother, you know. Oh, look, he got stronger, right? It was like we didn't have to bother. We had a lot of vital life force at that time. We had more to spend. Yeah. Now we have to be a little bit more aware because we're wiser. Ignorance don't cover it anymore for us. Now we have to recognize the influence and the gain of the moment we're here, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve. And so here I am, I've come and recognized that my openness lives in a power of discernment. It gives me the ability to know that I will do what is right. The power of my integrity is going to be one of the greater tools of my evolution. In fact, I can't really trust my universe anymore if I'm not in integrity. And then you hear something like the Dalai Lama says, he says, it's filled with delusions. He says, you can't even trust the teachers. Oh, now is that not what I wanted to hear? You know, it was like, so what does that mean? It means that everything that comes by me has to move through that knowing space and signature itself in me 100% into my vital life force. Now, I don't know about you, but this is going to keep me pretty busy for the rest of my life. This is not a small assignment, but there is still a sense that within all of that, I asked for one agreement, and one agreement that was really important to me. I'm willing to do all this, to stay awake, to be conscious, to use my discernments, assist when I can. I have one thing that must be given back: my happiness. I need to be happy. I need to have a light, buoyant quality of connection. I need to have a lot of vital life force that gives me that sparkle. I need that. And that's what I get. And so that there is a certain level that we come and concentrating and doing our job, that we can get a little more dense than necessary. We want to be able to bring a certain kind of buoyancy. We're not here to try to fix everything that's broken. We're here to create a new world. I'm not here to keep trying to mend the fences and put the walls back in there and make sure that this guy, he's good, and that guy, he's bad, and all of these kinds of things. It's too much trouble. It makes me head hurt. But if I can come in with a clean slate and say, okay, so here I am in this moment, just now, what's real? So you can walk in the room, and if somebody is doing some kind of snake medicine, it's doing little strange things, you'll see it, you'll know it. You won't not see it. It's the question is, what is your relationship to it? And as a spiritually empowered being, you are required to give the power of what is right and true into the world. But that is not a giant effort thing. That is more the sense that you trust your own ground of being to such an extent that it just comes out of you. I don't work to be a good person. I am a good person, right? Why would I have to work at something I already am? I don't have to work at being wise. I am already. There's just certain pieces that you have to get used to, certain tenets that you have to come back to and recognize that you are in that ground of being. And that's what we're going to talk about in our afternoon class, if you want to join us. You're more than welcome to come. So let's round it one more time, okay? We actually can have a sense of what it feels like. So we're just going to do a little show and tell. So I just want you all to close down. Just close down. Watch how you do it. Watch what gets hard. Get to know your hardness. Watch the dullness that comes through your eyes as you really start to close. And the one pointed something or another that you got your eye on, because it's very concentrated. This is a hypervigilant trauma state. It is very attentive. Okay, now let's take a breath and let it dissolve. This is part of what the year is going to be about. You are going to be confronted with all your old walls and protections, and you can agree with them and try to keep them high, or you can let them dissolve and see what they become. What Einstein said that? Energy transforms, doesn't go away, right? So that in new era, it's got to become something new. So now let's open. And we're grounded. And we're here. And you're going to invite my vital life force. And if I'm healing something that's really, really harsh, I'm going to basically bring that vital life force to that healing process. So it might make me a little quiet, but I'm still here. Okay? And it's like, and now just because we're here and it's kind of fun, let's increase it. Let's increase that vital life force energy and let it open a little bit wider. Get used to having a little more space around you. A little more space. At some point, we are the space that holds it all. Now, and you bring you back in again, okay? So you got all spiritual, and now let's get you back, right? Bring your essence and your aliveness and your personality and all the good stuff about you. Let's play. Being spiritual does not mean being absent. That's only when we're really concentrating. And that's where the happiness comes in. This level of vital life force, aliveness, connection, the sense that gives us more energetic. Sometimes, in a sense, we need to be quiet. So, like the powers of the tides, it pulls itself in. At other times, it expands out. So when we are looking for the principles of grounded presence, we know that there is a sense of a much wider space that we live in, right? This is the old end separation routine, means that I don't have these walls. I can breathe. I can have as much space as I can be responding in. There's a very deep feeling of gratitude and appreciation for the power of this vital life force. That when we honor the sacred, that's where it lives, inside of us. This deep sense of appreciation and gratitude. And it opens the deep receptive. that within this, that power of the knower, this humble knowing that looks out in the world and you can see and you recognize what's unfolding. Humble knowing doesn't make boxes, it doesn't judge, it doesn't make one thing something. It just recognizes that on some deep level, everybody knows. That's why I'm saying that you have your relationship to that part of you that knows. Sometimes you're open and sometimes you're not. That's up to you. But the space itself of knowing doesn't open and close. In other words, it's like, honey, I did not abandon you. You left me. So all our abandonment stories were simply that we went to a place that was way too protected and small until we could open back up. So we have this sense of a spacious awareness, a deep level of gratitude, that understanding of the knower within us, and within that, as we extend into the world, a very powerful quality of compassion. Compassion that allows, we call of compassion a karma melter. That when you have this essence of love, that you reach out and you can see all the circumstances that have created a person the way they are, where we don't have a right and a wrong and a good and a bad and how they should be. We're just simply embracing the power of who they are. And that from that, something powerful happens. I was fortunate. I grew up with a mother who understood she could not tame a wild horse. So she worked on it from another angle. She decided that I would tame my own horse. And that, so I would do some pretty strange and wild things as a kid. And she many, many times came to me and said, you need to decide here what you want to do. When I was going to be held back in school, because I missed the most amount of days one could miss in school. I had one more day, they were going to hold me back a year. She came and sat with me. She said, you know, they're going to hold you back a year if you don't go. It's up to you. I went. But the whole power of compassion is not that we give it over to this poor person that's suffering. It's a sense that we relate to the energetic that we sense here in a way that brings an openness. The nuns that would go to Skid Row and see the innocent element of the person who was basically going to die because he killed 5 people, they would see the innocent space. Not denying, you will pay, right? You will pay whatever it is that you have to pay. That's the law of karma. But can we sit with each other and not hold people in a way that makes them wrong? Can we hold people in the way that makes them accountable? Yes. Do we need to make them wrong? Do I need to protect? Do I need to condemn? You're not helping. It's something that I keep coming back to. It is my relationship to what I see that matters, more than even what it is. So let's just take a nice big breath. My moment is almost done here. So let's just celebrate open. Feel the strength of this. We have built a very powerful energy here today. Each of you have contributed really, really deeply within that. So this is your doggy bag moment, right? Bring it in and take it home. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. I always get so much meaningfulness out of your talks. And you're doing the workshop today at 1:30.
1:30,
Could you
yeah.
say just a little bit more about it?
Well, we're covering principles here, and we're giving you kind of one-liners, and we're offering you the energetics in that, so that really you understand what we're doing. It's kind of like a little appetizer tray. there's some of you that need to take this another step, and you know it. And so that the reason we make our time available is so we can meet together and bring some of these into a more felt body experience, and also to deal with the sense that there are obstacles and difficulties along the way, and we want to embrace that with you. We want to be there. And so we just make that time available. After lunch, of course.
Yeah, after lunch. And I think we're going to take Nancy to lunch up here to the Chinese restaurant right at the top of the parking lot. So could I see a show of hands of people that would like to go to lunch with us? And so, okay, at least 8. So thank you.
You need to be more grounded. Grounding is basically your connection to the earth. It creates a circuit. If I'm opening like this, you can see the difference in it. It's like I'm up here. I'm very vulnerable to whatever it is that's in the space. And so then at that point we're saying that's why closing is not a bad thing, because I'm not holding here. There is no Nancy here. She's just going to get it all up here in the Love and Light Club, right? So that when I come to the sense that I'm grounded, and then I open, my body will only receive what it is that is appropriate and right for it to hold. So it's an opening to a much greater level of your own current. I'm not necessarily opening to all the different environmental influences. And there are certain people that I'll open to them for a while, and we're great, and that, it's like fool me twice, and I have to then account that you may have this aspect that wants to eat my toast. And so when I sit it down, I either need to make a lot of toast or I need to have 2 plates on the table, right? So that's discernment that gives us a sense that in our openness, we are aware of what's going on. We're not open to hope that we are getting a dream come true. We're open because we are embracing what is in front of us. And that's what keeps us driving clearly. Thank you for the question. Very important.
Well, thank you all again. Now we're going to take the time to pass the coal bowl. It's your chance to cultivate and nurture a giving consciousness, to become a channel for greater abundance. And we're now passing the bowl around. Joe, could you play some amazing music?
fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Don't wallow in the mire. Try now, we can only lose. Love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We remember that one from way back then.
Way back.
Wow.
That was actually before the fax machine was invented.
Yeah.
After the telegraph. In that space, that little space between the telegraph and the fax machine.
So thank you all for your contributions today of your green energy and the energy that you brought here to attend today. So I say this blessing for what was given today for all of us. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. There's some upcoming announcements. Of course, we have our service every Sunday at 10 a.m. in person at the center and by live stream. Videos on YouTube after a few hours or the next day after the service. We have free child care, but we need reservations by Friday, please, to let us know for the child care. For the next 3 Sundays on the 22nd, we have our annual membership meeting and luncheon. Music by Kamina Lighthawk, and this will be a welcome ceremony for new members. On March 1st, Arliss Dudley Cash will be speaking to us about divine baking, the science of spiritual ingredients, with music by Vaboda. On the 8th of March, Linda Boozer, The Fullest of Life, The Path to Clear Joy. We have weekly classes right now, just on Mondays from 4:30 to 5:30 with Jin An Wong. He does Tai Chi and Qigong at all levels, $15 a class 4 to 4:30, long form coaching for advanced students also. On monthly events, end of the month potluck on the fourth Sunday happening. Is that next week already? Wow. So be sure and make it for that. We have a crystal bowl meditation every second Sunday from 9 to 9:30. Next one will be March 8th. Special events today, Sunday. The workshop with Nancy Shipley, Rubin, Embracing the Fire. I guess it's going to be out here on the lanai itself. From 1:30 to 4:30, $30. Tuesdays, 2:17, ceremony with Star Joyce, Rubin Heart activation in the Hanua room right behind us from 5 to 7, $33 to $55, sliding scale. Saturday on 4/11, April 11th, drum and rattle making workshop with White Eagle Medicine Woman from 9:30 to 6:30 p.m. And the details for that will be coming soon. So you're invited to become a member of New Thought if you're not already. Application forms are on the round table over here at the entry. You can also apply online via the New Thought website. New members will be recognized here on the day of the annual meeting on February 22nd, which is the next Sunday. If you would like to submit a prayer request for yourself or anybody else, but you need their permission first for anybody else, we have a wooden Honu box over here on the table that you can just write on a piece of paper for the prayer and leave it in the box. And the prayers are actually very strong affirmations that go into the universal subconscious, so it works. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, sign the guest book to receive a weekly e-newsletter or sign up via the website. Are there any other New Thought announcements anybody would like to make?
I have some tax acknowledgments, they're thank you letters, but they also can be used for people that deduct their expenses for the income tax. And I automatically make them anybody that contributed $150 or more in 2025. And if there are people that didn't donate quite that much, but they still want the form, I can do it. I'm wearing my treasurer hat right now. And I know, let's see, I don't see Martha, but Lloyd, could you give this to her? Okay, and then one thing that comes up at this time of year when we're welcoming new members is sometimes people don't know if they are or aren't a member. And particularly if you're on the newsletter list and you come frequently, you might just assume you're a member, but you might not be. And there's a couple of people here I know aren't, and they may not know they aren't. And generally, you can sign this member application form anytime, but there are 2 times of the year when we really focus on it, and this is one of them. It's the membership meeting and the New Thought birthday in September. So if you didn't happen to be around when people were making that announcement, you might not realize we really would love to have you do it because we're a membership organization. And when we have the annual meeting, we need to have quorum, which means a certain percentage of our members have to be there. This is the list of active members at this moment. So if you are unsure of your status, or if you want to make a correction, if you've had a change in your phone number or your address in the past year, you can write the correction onto this, or there's a blank page on the back if you can't fit it all in. So I'm going to put this next to the application. And the app, and you're not signing your life away or anything, or your fortune. It's just really filling in your contact information, which is used to promote community and good communication. And it does have on the bottom of it the 10 affirmative statements that have been agreed upon by the International New Thought Alliance, and it's says on it is, if you feel an affinity for some of these statements, we welcome you to participate in our New Thought spiritual community. So it also doesn't mean that, if one of them resonates with you and another one doesn't, it's okay. But we would like it, if you're going to make that decision, if you could preferably do it today if you're here in person, because then we can prepare your member benefits. And if you are online, not here, you can do this you're supposed to be able to fill this out online on our website, or you can request that it be emailed to you. But we'd like to know today if possible. The member benefits include an impressive certificate and a lei, if you're able to be physically present, and just the good feeling of being supportive of a unique spiritual community. Yay. Oh, but I'm sorry, one other thing. Okay, so we got Pomai back, thank goodness, and Leah's on the mend, and but Palmer and Tony Vaughn are facing major challenges right now. So I was going to suggest that when we circle up to do our closing song, that we take a minute to do what we call standing in the light, and we can just name into our sacred circle Palmer and Tony and anyone else that any of you know that could benefit from a little spiritual support right now. Thank you.
I'd like to repeat, there is no fee for becoming a member. It's not going to cost you anything. Also, I'm going to put this sign-up sheet for Nancy's workshop at 1:30 today over here on the table. If you think you would like to come, please sign up on it. Write your name. What's that? Oh, yeah. Well, Earl's got Errol. Say something.
Well, it's just, first of all, Nancy and I really enjoy New Thought. We love this organization. It's just wonderful. So when we come, besides Nancy's talk, we bring a traveling store. So enjoy looking at it. If you want to get anything, just talk to me. Great. Aloha and shalom.
We'd all join hands. We're going to sing Hawaii Aloha.
I need Pomakai. Can you give me a note?
Wait, can we do the standing in the light first?
Oh, yes, standing in the light.
This is a prayer circle. We're going to stand in the light of love, the light of presence, the light of we're all here now in this physical body, going through a physical experience as well as a spiritual experience. And just bring your awareness into your heart right now. Close your eyes. And just focus on the love that you are. The love